cooking bloke and talking bloke and drinking bloke. So Father's Day today, so my daughter brought me some Guinness. Some of my favourite sweets. These Army and Navy, kind of like aniseed. They're awesome, man. Whenever I feel like something sweet, cop for one of those. It's only 30 calories. So tonight, I'm having, I'll probably eat 3 of those. I'll eat 2 in the first sitting, and maybe I'll come back for a third one later this evening. And I'm going to be eating those with a huge bowl of salad, as usual. Now, what I've discerned, people, is that if I eat this huge bowl of salad and some meat, surprisingly, I'm not hungry. I can sometimes go the whole night without having anything set for just a little bit of a snack. Like 2 nights ago, I never ate anything. I went to bed and I felt satiated and I could sleep okay. Last night I had a 2-egg omelette with mushrooms. Just the eggs and the mushrooms, probably consisting of about 250 calories. The weight is dropping off me. I'm 84 kilos now, 6 kilos down. And I'm wondering if in the salad there is some sort of hunger suppressant. Could be a whole range of things. Spinach leaf, tomatoes, onions. I'm eating a lot of onion. Who knows? But usually, you see, if I was eating like lamb chops and mashed potatoes and all that stuff, my stomach would be absolutely bulging after that sitting. And then 2 hours later, I'll be eating something else again. I'll be eating 4 slices of bread with cheese and salad and mayo and all that, and I was getting out of hand. But now when I've ate just my meat and just the vegetables, my stomach's still flat. I don't even feel like I've eaten anything, and that's a nice feeling, isn't it? You know, myself and my daughter are always talking about feeling bloated, having eaten certain things, mostly wheat and high starched foods. So now I don't eat any high starched foods, don't eat any potatoes, any rice, any pasta, or anything like that. I'm just on vegetables and meat and nuts. I still enjoy. Various nuts. So I'm going to be speaking about the videos I put up in relation to my music, and I in the past, when I took singing lessons, I never took many. I took about 4, and then thought, well, I've got so much to work with that I don't need singing lessons every week. It's just a waste of money, because you need a lot of time. Okay, yeah, I get that. I've got to improve this. How do you improve it? Well, you do these certain exercises for a long time. Let's say 6 months. If a singing tutor online gives you something to work on, it's a minimum of 3 months, and you're supposed to do it for at least an hour, 5 days a week. And so he'll say, I'll see you again in 3 months. It takes an inordinate length of time. The music's too loud. Little star. Now, in relation to my music, as I say, I'm learning. I've been learning a long, long time. And if those of you, most of you will have thought, I've been to karaoke nights, you'll realise that singing isn't that easy. In actual fact, unless you're gifted and blessed by the cosmos, to learn to sing takes years and years and years. Pavarotti once said that it took him 10 years to find his voice, and then it took him another 10 years to learn how to use it. Now that's one of the best singers on the planet. So when you've got singers which are, you know, famous and they're making records, they've got the production, they've got the tweaking and everything, and in these recording studios you can raise the range of someone's vocals with the electronic gadgetry, you know. So if I went into a studio with my singing, invariably I'm flat, I'm not quite reaching, then they could tweak that up, and so it would sound as if I was reaching, or almost. I used to go with my daughter to these studios, and they used to do that. And it's just a normal thing, and this production, you see. And so this is why people in the business don't really respect recording artists unless they can perform their same stuff they've got on record on the stage. That singing live, ladies and gentlemen, is a very different story. Now, yes, singing is an art, and it's very, very difficult for most people. And all the singing tutors I listen to online, they invariably say the same thing, that 10 years ago they were absolutely an abomination, and it was so embarrassing, and people, I don't know, they'd rather cry than laugh. It was that embarrassing. And this is how it is. And my vocal expertise was really, really, really bad. People wouldn't really hear too many people that were worse than me. And so I've come a long, long way in this past 20 years when I've been on and off. But I've been serious about it for 10 years. And so I put my music videos up, and this song, I'll Be On My Way, Beatles, 2 weeks ago, I couldn't even come close to hitting any of those notes. And I thought, what the fuck is going on here? Because what I'm doing now is, I'm singing from a new place. Some of you, I don't know, have you discern the difference in my voice now? I'm singing from the guttural, I'm singing from the chest rather than from the throat. I was all squeezing it out of the throat, trying to reach the notes, like using all this tension to squeeze it out. But now I'm just singing more freely and more relaxed, and I'm just coming out of it. But I've got to learn to sing. I've got to learn to hit those notes. I didn't know how to do that. I've never used this deep guttural level of singing. You see, we have the chest voice, then we have the mixed voice, and then we have the head voice. And there's breaks in between that we have to work through, and we have to learn how to, we're singing in the chest voice like this, and then we're singing in the head voice, and it sounds all squeaky and all, not in tune until you've learned it. And then you've got to make the transition from the chest voice into the head voice and all that. And it's kind of like, I can't do it, I can't even fucking come close. But I'm doing all of these singing things, lessons, tutorials, every day, almost every day, just to... You see, the larynx, it's a group of muscles, and they vibrate, hundreds of times a second, and you've got to get these into tip-top condition. You've got to train them and train them and train them. So anyway, I put my music up, not because it's great, because it's bad, because one day I'm going to be singing perfectly acceptable, and then people are going to go, fuck me, the Awakened Brave, I've got to give it to him. he certainly put in the work, and he was tenacious, and you know, he wasn't afraid of putting up songs when they weren't that good. And I've done this for many years, and those of you that remember my older songs, you would notice a significant difference. And yet I'm going to be putting some spice on these and get these in the oven. And yeah, you know, when people listen to my music, you see, the vast majority of people have got no idea about the mechanics of singing. They don't know how much of an absolute art it is. It's an art, that's why it's called art. Music is an art. And when something's an art, it takes an enormous amount of skill and practice to do it. And it takes many years. And it even takes a lot of years for people who are, you know, gifted. Like, I think most of the people on the circuit now that, you know, they started with something, you know, they never started with nothing. You know, Beatles, they seem to be born singers. It just came together like that. But of course there's been, you know, millions of would-be singers that never made it because they weren't gifted in any realm. And so I put my songs up and give you guys the opportunity to have a listen and see what you think, and, you know, maybe express how you feel about them. And those of you that have been listening to me for a long time, you might have noticed a difference, and you might want to say, yeah mate, you know, you're getting much better these days. A little bit off pitch here and there, but generally, you know, not a bad fucking rendition that. Keep it up, mate, and I admire your balls and your tenacity and your strength and your braveness for putting the songs out there. And so, you know, I'm just spouting my mouth off every day about things I think about, and lots of the things I say make people cringe, and they don't feel comfortable about them, but that's the whole point. The whole point is that when you hear things, you think about them, you have some self-reflection, and if you don't feel comfortable about them, then you ask yourself why that is. And then if you address that and you think about it and work it through, then you too will be becoming evolved. You're becoming self-actualized, you're becoming self-realized, and you will begin to know thyself. And so this is the genius of the Awakened Brave. You know, you may think that my methods are pretty atrocious, but I'm not pulling any punches here, people, and I don't care how any of you feel, and I don't care if you all hate me, and I don't care if you all unsubscribe. What I care about is my own integrity and my honesty. And if I'm going to be speaking, I'm going to be speaking with a level of honesty and integrity as far as I can see. And so I will speak about all things within me. I show you me crying in therapy sessions. I reveal to you my singing badly. I'm talking about all different sorts of stuff which most people would never even dream about talking about. But you're getting it here. The Awakened Brave channel. And what's coming of it? Oh, 2,000 subscribers in 3 years. I've got 1,500 or 1,600 videos. What? I've got 1 subscriber per video? This is the extent of the people's ego, how fragile they are these days. They can't bear truth. Who is it, Bill Hicks or fucking Carlson said, you can't fucking stand the truth. People can't stand the truth. And so they'll listen to one of my videos, and if I'm talking about ugly people, fat people, stupid people, bad teeth people, or anything, there's a whole myriad of humanisms which we could do better. And if you got fat women and fat blokes and they listen to me and they watch me giving it all this, oh, this guy is ego, and they're just stuffing the fucking pizza down and all whatever. You know, only a very, very select few are going to be making the grade, you know, people. And this is why it says in the Bible, with all what they knew about humanity, only 144,000 are going to be raised up out of millions, billions, trillions, gazillions. All those that have ever lived, only 144,000. Only those 1 + 4 + 4 equals 9. 9 is the number indicative of consciousness. Only those with self-realized consciousness are going to be raised up. What's the raising up? It's the Christos within. That's what's going to be raising up. It's all metaphor, people. And so any of you that can deplete your ego and you can gain the inner strength to reveal absolutely everything and set yourself free like I do, then you will be an enlightened being, just like moi. And isn't it shocking to discern how few would even dare to utter that they could possibly be enlightened? It's one of those concepts that people can never ever utter. And it's said, well, anyone who says that they're enlightened are not enlightened. Oh, really? Why? Who says that? Some fuckwit said that, and that's the truth then over the world, is it? Well, how so? What do you know about enlightenment? Have you ever listened to myriad gurus telling you about how they became seers? I mean, they probably wouldn't dare to say enlightened, but when you've got all these gurus, and I've listened to a fucking shed load of them, and I've listened to one episode here and there when they had samadhi, or when they had one out-of-body experience, and when they've had one spiritual experience. I've had a fucking myriad of these things. You know, 300 psychedelic experiences, they're a big deal, and one of them can wake you the fuck up. And then I've had all different sorts of spiritual experiences and astral projections, and oh my god, I've been through it, people. And so I've got no reservations whatsoever about saying I'm enlightened. I've seen the fucking light. No doubt about that. Put any of those gurus before me and we'll have it out. And then we'll see who's the fucking guru around here. Oh dear, is he awake and brave ranting again? I do believe he is. Now we're going to have, these are my own pickled courgettes and then olives. And we're going to have tomatoes, we're going to have chilies, and we're going to have whatever I've got in here. Now, to be perfectly frank with you guys and gals, I'm really enjoying the salads. It's absolutely amazing. Now, I haven't eaten anything all day. It's like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I've had one bottle of Newcastle Brown and one Guinness. I may go for another Guinness, I don't know. In here, I've got some remnants what I had last night. And so just gonna, I think that was vinegar, that would have been alright, I could have kept that, but anyway, gonna put that in the bowl. And then what's in this one? It's like, you fucking look at it. Oh, right, so I've got fresh coriander, cucumber, chilies and onion. Now, it appears that I don't have any lettuce or spinach leaves. And it's kind of like, but I've got cabbage in there, so. Yeah, got no, I think this is going to be just fandavidozy. And so, what I'm going to do is then, I'm going to make this wonderful, incredible salad. Let me see if I make sure we get it right, like that. Just pull off a few leaves. In actual fact, 2 might be suffice. And so yeah, I think this is going to be great. I love eating raw cabbage in any case. And so, there we have it, people. So the thing is, you see, we don't need to get all stressed out and wrinkly about, oh, I've got no lettuce on these leaves, I can't have a salad. Now what we do is, people, we improvise. And so cucumber, all in there. Then this onion. So let me just continue talking about my music, because it seems to me that people, they've been so conditioned that they don't feel as if they can be critical at all. Maybe you don't feel qualified to be critical about music. Some people are, you know, tone deaf and they don't know the first thing about music and singing, and so it's kind of like, oh. Or some people, they don't know the song. It's amazing, people. Just if they don't know the song, they don't feel like they can comment on it. And I'm saying to people that I play my songs to, you don't have to know the fucking song to listen to see if it's on pitch or if it's a nice tone or, you know, it's a nice melody. You don't have to be a fucking music scientist to be able to comment on a song, people. Really, you don't. And something else that I've realised is this. Most people innately will have the ability to discern if a song is out of pitch. Now that's a certain intelligence, it's a certain mind configuration. People's minds have been programmed all their lives with very high production music because they've been listening to the radio, they've been listening to the best of the best. They've not been listening to people singing in the shower, they've not been listening to people singing on karaoke, they've been listening to the best of the best. People that have put 20 or 30 years into their profession before they even made a record. And you know, Jim Reeves, as brilliant as he was, every time he made a recording, he would leave it for 2 weeks sitting on the shelf before his mind was completely fresh with it, before he'd go back and listen to it and see if it was good enough to put out. Now, my music, when I'm doing my recordings, the more you listen to yourself, the more you seem to get into a groove and you think that that's right and you think that's on pitch. And this last song I put up, I thought that's pretty good, I think I'm hitting all those notes, but now listening back to it 2 hours later, I can hear that I'm flat with a lot of it, and it's kind of like, goodness me, I must really take a leaf out of Jim Reeves' book, and when I make these songs, leave it on the shelf for 2 fucking weeks. But no, I don't do that. I'm not professional. I'm not fucking Jim Reeves. I'm not putting my songs out to press to be on the world forever. I'm just putting them up on fucking YouTube, and YouTube probably take my channel down, you know, any fucking day soon, and so I don't give a fuck about that. All I'm doing, people, I'm offering you the opportunity to look at work in progress, and then you relate that to whatever you have in progress. If you would like to sing, if you do sing, you may be too embarrassed to sing. Goodness me, how many people would be embarrassed to do what I do every day? La 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 la. Oh goodness me, I have to do this for about 2 hours every fucking day. It's you know, it even makes myself sick. And I'm only just getting into a reasonable tone sometimes. Most of it is just absolutely fucking vile. And this is the nature of it. You have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. It's like if anyone started jogging when they've been smoking, drinking and being lazy fucks all their lives. Well, the first 6 months you're going to be a bag of shit, ain't you? And maybe even a year, and then like 3 years after, 5 years after, fucking hell, you know, you're going to be looking like you was born an Olympic runner. Not the case, people. So what do? I show you my warts, don't I? I profess to you my brilliance and my genius in one respect, facetiously, or not. But there is a certain brilliance with the awakened brain. There's a certain brilliance in the perception. There's a certain brilliance in the freeness. There's a certain brilliance in the broadness and the spectrum of what he knows. There's a certain brilliance in the conveyance of his experience. So there is genius here, people, whether you like to hear that or not. People don't like to hear that people proclaim themselves to be genius. No, it's only you can't do that. You got to leave it to other people. It doesn't matter who they are. They can be the right biggest shitheads on the fucking planet, but you've got to be dead for 50 fucking years before anyone can say you're a genius. And then people go, oh, he was a genius, you know, and they can accept that. Yeah. How many people can accept that anyone's a genius these days? About the only person that I've heard bandied around, this guy's a genius, is Elon Musk. And, you know, I've made videos about that. I'm like, yeah, what's genius about him? Because when you listen to him talk, I think, well, I mean, and that's it. That's it. What intelligence comes out of Elon Musk? Good God, there's a million other people out there which are super articulate and can convey themselves in what seems like a genius way. Elon Musk will go. I think it's all a conspiracy, people. To be fair, I think it's a conspiracy, like David Icke says. It's just a front man. And whenever you look at any of these, like if you look at Zuckerberg, is Zuckerberg a genius? I don't think so. When he's in court, it's just the same. What is it with these geniuses when they can't put two fucking words together? No, it doesn't work, people. Because in my estimation and my knowledge, when you've got someone that's highly intelligent, they can articulate themselves. It's not like they're all autistic and they can think brilliant super things like Einstein, but then can't fucking speak it. They can't tell a reporter about their minds and how they thought it out. No, it doesn't work like that. And so I want to hear Elon Musk speaking to us about how he designs rockets. Because as far as I'm concerned, he fucking doesn't. He doesn't design anything. He's got money, he got lucky with his PayPal thing, and when you've got money, you buy people. So he buys rocket scientists, he buys engineers, he buys computer fucking technicians, he buys everything. And then he proclaims that because it's his business, it's his genius. Not people. I'm not buying it. So anyway, I gone off on a load more tangents as usual. And so, what have we got going on here, right? Let's have a look. Now gotta keep a tidy kitchen, people. You have to keep a tidy kitchen. Right. So I'm gonna put this down here. And I'm going to put black pepper, particularly on the tomatoes, but black pepper in salad, generally, you know, is great, so whack a load of that around. Then I'm going to have my sea salt, particularly on the tomatoes, and then I'm going to put on my pickled courgettes. Come here. Now, to do these pickled courgettes, all you got to do is boil up some vinegar and pour it over the courgettes, and then you can have your own pickled courgettes, and you don't need to paste in the process. Now these olives, green stoned olives, gonna put a whole bunch of them on. Yeah. Okay, happy with that. And then I have this coriander. So put all that on. And she's looking good. And then I'm going to toss the salad. And see how incredible that is. And then I'll have this most amazing Caesar salad. I'm kind of addicted to it. It's phenomenal. And I put a load of that around like that. Oh, don't get carried away. So, oh goodness me, that's half a jar. Half a jar of ecstasy, people. So we'll turn that in. There we have that. Superb. So put that in there. Put that knife back. That knife back. Put these chilies in there. I don't need to put the lid on that. I'm just going to put those in the fridge. So he's still there. You enjoying this? Have you got yourself a beer? So I'm going to put the cabbage back. I'm going to put these things back. And then I'll be back to talk about some more shit here. Okay, so those chops, they're almost done, and I think I feel like a little bit more Guinness, to be fair, people. Now, 140 calories in one of these, 140 calories in the bottom of Newcastle Brown. So today I have worked out, and I've had 280 calories. Now I'm going to have another 140. So 280, 140, I'm not good at maths. I'm not good at maths. 280, 380, 420 calories. 420 calories. I suppose you could do without it if you're really adamant about getting super lean and trimmed. But people, I'm going to show you again, much to your chagrin, much to your chagrin. So I don't have to be too fucking anal about enjoying myself, do I? It's the longevity, it's the consistency of things. It's not just fads, it's not just, oh, I'm going on a diet for a week and then you crumble and you're eating all different sorts of shit after that. No, it's a way of life, people. So, yeah, it's my way of life. And I love it. So, okay, before these chops, what have I been speaking about? I've been speaking about self-actualised, and I've been speaking about why I put my videos up of my therapy sessions, revealing the core essence of me. Who does that? Do you respect that? Do you enjoy that? Do you get anything from it? You know, who gets to see a real therapy session in action? Especially with someone as complex and volatile as myself. Don't you find that really intriguing? Huh. You don't say so, do you? What is it about, you know, your tongue? Has the cat got it? What is it? Why can't you just say, thanks? That was interesting. That gave me some good insight. I think most people are dead. They're just dead. And they go, oh yeah, that means nothing for me. There's nothing for me in that video. I want something for me. And then they don't know what they want. And so they're looking around for something for me. And tell me something for me, Aaron. You're always talking about you. Or talk about me. Well, I'll tell you what. You come and talk to me. And I'll analyse your ass. I'll fucking talk about you. I'll talk about you plenty. Who's up for that? No one. Why is that? Why is everybody shrinking violet, shitty-faced turds? Why is everyone scared? Fuck me, we're going into the 21st fucking century. You know, you're being watched, you're being listened to. Every single thing you fucking buy and you do is recorded, and then you think like, oh, I can't talk about me. And then people will see about me online. Oh my God, sad and pathetic. When are people going to evolve? You would have thought everybody would be talking on chats and revealing everything. I give a fuck and this and the other. I just had a wank, or I just fucking spunked into a fucking melon, or you think everyone was telling whatever. What does it matter? Who gives a fuck? Nobody gives a fuck anymore. Nobody gives a fuck. You can say and do anything. Nobody gives a fuck, people. That's what you got to get inside your heads. Nobody gives a fuck. And if you think you've got idiosyncrasies and you're embarrassed and you're shamed, well, every fucker else has got theirs too. And so as soon as you realise that, you're not bothered. Right, oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Now, look at this. Look at this, scaredy cats. You're fucking scaredy cats, isn't you? There's only one awake and brave. One fucking awesome awake and brave. Tells it the way it is. Just slays everything out. That's why he's so free. And he's so light. And he's so beautiful and so amazing. He just feels like the fucking cosmos. Why wouldn't he? No inhibitions, no infringements, no social norms impending and imposing on me. I'm my own man. I'm the cosmos, so I can be, can't I? What are you? Oh, I'm just little me, and if people see me and hear me, then they're going to think I'm a pleb. Right. Wow, this looks amazing. Now, how I've cooked these people, to the degree that they have some crispy fat, but they're still succulent, right? Still succulent. So, go back over there, and then come down here. And I'm gonna cut. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Wow. They are so good. And then I'm honed in, I'm concentrating, I'm experiencing, I'm enjoying. It's truly amazing. Cabbage. Garlic, salt, loads of different spices. Succulent, tender. The sweetness of the fat. And the explosion of the spices. An incredible experience. Well, if you learn anything from the Working Brave channel, you will learn that the Working Brave knows how to live. He's ecstatic every second of every day. He enjoys, he appreciates, he respects the chicken packers for making my beer, bottling it and canning it, and doing all the shit that you do to bring it to me. And I don't have to do anything, I just drink it. Thank you, animal slaughterers. Thank you, supermarket attendants. Thank you, lorry drivers. Thank you, government. Thank you, world. Thank you, humanity. Thank you, cosmos. For enabling me to have this blissful experience. Look at all them chilies. I must be God, yeah? I must be. What about my life isn't godlike? Tell me. Meat on the bone. Wow. It's a whole new experience. I am actually in heaven. Everything about my body is rejoicing. Heaven. radish, olive. Amazing earth produce. The cosmic creation of earth and the human being. Incredible. I'd like to eat that if I could. Too brittle. Well, oh, I could turn this video off now and continue to eat this alone, but I'll let you decide when you've seen enough. Wow. Now, for people who aren't drinkers, you don't ever get that aperitif. You don't ever get that appetite that alcohol gives you. Alcohol gives you an amazing appreciation for food, people. And right at the end, I'll mop up all of this, all of that, because that's all spices and fat, amazing shit. None of that's going to waste, people. In actual fact, as I cut it, I scrape it around the pan. So it's dripping. Oh my god. Look at all that. You see all that shit? Onions and chilies and tomatoes. I'm feeling pretty full. I think I'm only going to eat 2 and half this salad. And I'll come back later. Animal eating animal. That's what the cosmos ordained, people. That's what God ordained. He said all the creatures flying, swimming, and crawling. Or for our pleasure. It's this combination of yin and yang, of meat and vegetables. It's so perfect. It's so incredible that it is a miracle. When you think about all these individual things that grow, wow. Oh my God. I think I'm about 4/5 done. And now it's just like topping up. So I get this meat and I scrape it on animal. Thank you, cucumber planters. Thank you, cucumber waterers. Thank you, cucumber pickers. Thank you, cucumber packers. Thank you, cucumber transporters. Thank you, cucumber shelf packers. There's so many people involved. The whole world is like a busy bee ant colony. They've all got their jobs to do. So what's my job? Well, my job is consuming all of consumables, because everything is produced for the consumer. So the consumer is the most important. Don't you get that? The consumer is the most important. I consume all of these products. I'm a consumer. I'm very important to business. I'm very important to the world. And you don't ever hear about the producers being important, do you? No. What's important? The end product, the consumer, that buys the stuff, that keeps the merry-go-round, putting that paper energy back into it, and then they go, oh, thank you very much, I'm gonna go and plant and pluck and pack some more of those cucumbers now for you. As long as you keep consuming, sure, I'll keep consuming. And then the government gives me an allocation of money so I can be a consumer, because the government needs me, because the government needs consumers. And there's people working in an office working out my payment and making sure I get my payment and make sure I get my money so I can continue to be a consumer, so I can continue to afford them their job. They're working for me. The cucumber packers are working for me. The whole world is working for me. Can you dispute that? Can you dispute it? And if you think you can dispute it, well, how could it be so then? Because it's a reality. I don't do anything except consume. That's what I do. But I'm very, very important, because the consumer is the most respected, is the most highly regarded. The end result is who's going to be the consumer for our products. I'll be your consumer. Send all your stuff over here. I will consume it. Thank you. Now, what do you think about that, people? What do you think about that? And if you say, well, if everyone was like you and they didn't produce anything, then what would happen to the world? Everybody isn't like me. There are queens and there are workers. I take it you're a worker, right? In actual fact, I'll go one step further. It's an almighty step. I am God. When you self-realize that you are God, you don't have to do anything. God doesn't have to do anything. And so, isn't that self-evident? If I don't have to do anything, and all these worker bees are working for me, I must be God. You can't refute that, can you? Can't. I'm just going to have a bit more. And tips in all this fat. Now, I know what it is to be God. Enjoying all of my creation, living my creation. It's a circle of life, people. It's a circle of life. And we all play a part. And we can look at the part we're playing, and we can all consider that we're playing a very valuable part, because we are. Everybody is playing a very valuable part. The cucumber packers are playing a very valuable part. The animal slaughterers are playing a very valuable part. The farmers growing all this stuff, the livestock and all the vegetables, the ships and the planes and the trucks and the trains, it's all very important. But as I stand here now, enjoying the end product, without laying a finger on any of it, I can't help thinking that I must be God. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'll let you go and contemplate that.